Bengaluru. I welcome all the participants to the faculty development program that's happening from 3rd October to 9th October 2023. Dear participants, we are fortunate to have with us our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. H.B. Raghavendra sir, and Pro Vice Chancellor sir, Subba Reddy sir, Registrar Dr. Praveen sir, and Dean Academics Dr. Suja Bennett ma'am, and IQAC Director Dr. Mohan Kumar sir, and last but not least, our SOEC Director Dr. B.B. Tiwari sir. Thank you all the dignitaries for joining and gracing the occasion. Now I would call upon School of Economics and Commerce Director Dr. B.B. Tiwari sir to present a brief report about FDP. Over to you, sir.
Honorable dignitaries, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Dean Academics Madam, Registrar Sir, Director IQAC Dr. Mohan Kumar Sir. I myself, Dr. B.B. Tiwari, Director School of Economics and Commerce. I am indeed happy to share that we have around 314 participants from 50 plus universities across India, in which we are having the renowned names like Azim Premji University, Assam Agriculture University, Banaras Hindu University, Central University of Haryana, Central University of Karnataka, Gujarat Technological University, AKTU, GGSIP University Delhi, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth Varanasi, Bundelkhand University, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University Lucknow, Chhatrapati Shahuji Maharaj University Kanpur, National Law University Jodhpur, Dibrugarh University, Periyar University, Savitribai Phule University, Delhi University, Sastra University, Doon University, BBD University, Bangalore North University, Bangalore City University, Bhartihar University, Bharti Dasan University, University of Kerala, Periyar University, University of Science and Technology Meghalaya, University of Madras, University of Calicut, Chaudhary Devilal University Sirsa, Maharaja Sayaji Rao University Vadodara, SSJ University Almora, Guru Ram Rai University Dehradun, SP University Raichur University, Mysore University. These are the few names which I am reading with. This is the total 52 university participants are participating, in which more than 10 universities are central university and other are the state university, and 25 universities are the private universities from where the students are participating, and more colleges from Bangalore and around the Bangalore and all over the India participants are participating in this FDP program. The advanced research methodology and data analysis FDP is going to provide a valuable platform for participants to enhance their research skill and stay updated with the latest trends in data analysis. The organizers are committed to continuing such initiative to support and empower faculty members and researchers in their pursuit of academic and research excellence. Thank you all for participating in the FDP program.
Yeah, it's really nice to have participants across the country. Thank you, sir, for sharing the information. Yeah, we have among us today the great visionary, the resourceful Dr. H.B. Raghavendra sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, CMR University. Sir has completed BE Civil Engineering from University of Mysore and MS from IIT Madras and PhD from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and also MS from BITS Pilani. Sir has 35 years in academics and administration and also has actively in publication, research, guidance work, PhD. Sir has served as a member of academic councils, board of studies of university, and also served as for NAC peer visiting team. And sir is a life member and fellowship of professional bodies, nurtured centers of excellence, and served as independent director for companies. Sir has traveled extensively in India and abroad for technical presentations and as a member of an invited delegated team for study in energy and automotives. He is actively working for higher education systems and deliverables, and also worked on effective and flexible teaching pedagogies and delivery systems. And also, sir is a part of student portfolio systems for enhancing student capabilities in industry and higher education, especially on modules for slow learners and advanced learners. Industry-sponsored collaborations with tangible outcomes in learning methodologies offer credits which helps in lifelong learning culture to complement interest of students enabling growth. As a civil engineer, as a civil engineering consultant, Sir designed several buildings and multi-storied complexes and is specialized in academic buildings and commercial buildings. And Sir is a consultant for rehabilitation of structures, foundations, designs, soil investigation. Several reports, Sir has also submitted several reports to government and private organizations as expert panel member and consultant. Sir, we are glad to have you with us today, sir. I request you to address the gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Rajina.
Thank you, sir.
It is my privilege that today I am amongst you, and honestly, it is my duty to welcome all the participants from more than 100 institutions and universities. And it is heartening to note that 300 plus applicants are there, and all the dignitaries are from the premier institutions and the universities of the country. It is my privilege to welcome all of you to this workshop on advanced research methodology and data analysis. I also congratulate the School of Economics and Commerce, the CMR University, for taking up this venture, and it is most appropriate to conduct a workshop at this phase when the universities are weighing for their ranking and ratings and to improve their research and pedagogical innovations and the branding. It is very much, I can say, very much realistic that these 300 plus academicians and the participants from industries are here to note and discuss on the research methodology and data analysis. I believe that the discussions which will happen in this particular workshop from 3rd August, that is today, to 9th August, will definitely bring out the best among the participants and the discussions, and the sessions which are organized are well planned. And I believe that this workshop will be a great success. And also, it is I undertake that the CMR University is going to take initiative in conducting such sessions, conferences, and also an international conference is also planned in the due course of time in the research methodology and the data analysis. With this background, I believe that the workshop will become a successful event, and it will throw light on several research methodology and data analytics and help our researchers, the students, and the academicians to organize such research events and make themselves more resourceful. With this, I once again thank the participants for making this particular workshop 300 plus big, and also my own colleagues from the School of Economics and Management, and also my colleagues, the directors, deans, and the other colleagues who are here to grace this particular occasion. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your support and encouragement. I am profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our resource person of the session, Dr. Prem Shankar Mishra. Dr. Mishra has completed his PhD in Development Studies from the Institute of Social and Economics Change, that is ISCC Bangalore. And he is currently working as a postdoctoral research associate at the Supply Chain Management and Sustainable Lab Center at IIM Bangalore, India. He holds two postgraduate degrees in applied geography as well as population studies, demography from BHU, Varanasi, and IIPS Mumbai, respectively. He has 4 years of research, industry experience working with different institutions, organization, and industry. And Dr. Sir's area of research and practices are population and development issues, health economics, medical geography, public health, health system, research, reproductivity, maternal, neonatal and child and adolescent health, nutrition among young women, aging and health. Sir has also published more than 40 research articles in both national and international peer-reviewed journal and also Scopus journals. Sir has also he's also serving academic editorials in reputed journals such as PLOS ONE, BMC, Public Health, Societal Impacts Elsewhere, etc. He has been the reviewer of many scientific research journals such as Lancet Regional Health, South Asia, East Asia, and Social Science, Medical, PLOS ONE, Scientific Reports, BMC series, BMC series, and Frontiers, etc. And Sir has profound interest in both teaching and research and development. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaskara. So let me share my PPT. I think it is visible or not?
Still no, sir?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for warm welcome and introducing me in this session. And I hope I'm audible too, right?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So thank you all participants, and thank you giving me opportunity, CMR University, and providing me as such opportunity to uh, talk about my some of the experience. And in this talk, I would like to discuss two things. So first thing is the conceptual background of the research, and second is the hands-on experience of Stata software. So before delaying, I would like to begin with this talk. So this is the outline of my presentation. So I will have there are different segments of this conceptual background of the research, which will have the like meaning of research and concepts and the variables, level of measurement, hypothesis, validity, and reliability research process. There are different uh, points which I will discuss in this talk, and then after this we will move forward to the hands-on experience. Whatever we have discussed here, we will discuss talk, we will apply in the talk. So, what is research? So,
no, what do we have to call it?
Very, very defined meaning is like a scientific research is a systematic, controlled, empirical, and critical investigation of natural phenomena, guided by theory and hypothesis about the presumed relation among such phenomena. So, research is a systematic way of investigating the knowledge because any research have a different steps involved into that. So, before in a society or in natural phenomena, there are observations, there are problems arises, there are issues which anyone can have think differently, which they can observe differently, and they have tried to understand how it is, why it is exists. So there are I think I have some noises.
Please mute yourself, please.
You can mute.
Participant, please mute yourself.
So, so overall, we can understand the research is an organized and systematic way of finding answers to questions. So before going for any answer, we have a different set of hypotheses, research problems, or different set of questions, and which needs a thorough understanding of a research skills. Any researcher or practitioners who are involved in doing research, they need to be enough skills. They need to have enough skills to do a proper or scientific or adequate research. So, good research have a few criteria that need to be fulfilled. For example, a control. So, in real life, there are many forces that affect the outcome, right, of an event. For example, any event happens, but that event has a multiple set of, or you can say the interplay of many factors. So here the factor we can say the variables. We can very defined the way we use the variable. But within that factors which are interdependent or they have mutually related or not. So that a researcher definitely investigate how it is related or how it is mutually interdependent or interdependent. So any research that should be controlled. Control in terms of, because in social science, uh, very rarely we can control, because this can be controlled in natural or physical sciences. But in social sciences, it is very difficult. But we can minimize it. We can reduce that bias, or the we can reduce that. We can reduce the bias or the factor which affects the good quality of research. And any research should be rigorous. Rigorous in terms of, I mean, we can ensure that the procedures followed to find answers to research questions in physical or social sciences, the degree of research should be validated, should be very rigorous to find country. So and this can vary from the, I mean, physical to social science and within the social science. So within the social, there are different streams which varies. And any research, any good research or empirical research making the, I mean, investing the problems through a proper way. And it has involved, it should be involved a different step, should involve a proper step to understand the process. And any good research
So your mic is mute, sir. Your mic is mute, sir. Mic is muted, sir. So your mic is mute.
Also, his voice is not very clear. It's breaking for us. So, Dr.
Yeah.
Razina, can you please fix that?
Yeah, you are not able to hear it, ma'am. It's with everybody, or else?
Audio is
Yeah.
not clear.
Yeah, we will ask him.
Yeah, audio is not clear.
Uh,
Actually, it is breaking in
yes,
between,
ma'am.
so we are
It's with
unable to
everyone.
listen properly.
I
We will
can't
inform.
hear a thing.
We'll inform, ma'am. We'll inform.
Somebody has muted from there only.
Yeah,
Why is it?
kindly mute yourself. We have already informed this resource person regarding the concern. It will be addressed. Kindly mute yourself.
Now I'm audible.
Still, there is a disturbance. Kindly mute yourself.
Madam, am I audible or not?
Yes, sir, you're audible, and sir, little voice clarity is required, and your video is also blurred, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, kindly. Please mute yourself.
Madam, with earphone it is clear, voice is clear, only with earphone.
Only with earphone it is clear, sir. However, we have already informed the resource person, sir. As and when sir resumes back, you can share your opinion.
Participants, if you will use the
Madam, if it is visible or not?
Sir, it's visible, sir.
Yes, it is visible.
So now coming to there are three basic aspects or components which any researcher need to understand before going into the research process. So these are the measurements, conceptualization, and operationalization of any research. So to understand the measurement, so the process of assigning numbers of labels to units of analysis in order to represent conceptual properties. So here conceptual properties means like whatever the problems, whatever the hypothesis we have built, we have come through. So we have to give a label. We have to, it would be like measurable. Whatever the hypothesis we have built, we can measure it. So the measurement process begins with the formulation of research problems or hypotheses. So it's very connected to the unit of analysis in order to measure whatever the concepts we have. For example, I will give example. For example, like I will give my example from the health sector. For example, we if we will try to understand there is a no correlation between there is no relationship between infant mortality rate and maternal education and women education especially. So in this example, so how you will see the infant mortality. So infant mortality is the indicator, and how we assign that indicator should be measurable, right? We can measure it. So these indicators, if we understand this concept very clearly, because first we have to define that indicator. For example, infant mortality can be defined in terms of like the infant mortality within 1 year of childbirth, right? So like before reaching first birth. So per 1 lakh live birth. So this definition, we have to first define the definition concept, and then infant mortality rates. How to how to give what are the component, what are the population involved in that. For example, if we measure the infant mortality, we need women population, we need a infant total infant birth, and within that, how many infants are died. So very, it's very clear. We have to assign a number, a unit for the analysis. So every such problem contains two things. For example, concept and the variable. So variable is a very defined word which comes very later. But before coming to the variables, we have to understand. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hello.
Prem, that voice is very low. Audience not.
Okay, voice is not clear.
Could you use the headphone?
Headphone.
Mr. The
Yeah,
voice is not.
Just increase the voice.
Okay, sure.
Not clear.
So we are not able to understand
There will be
words.
some issues.
Yeah, we have sent a communication, ma'am. Probably let him fix a headset or something.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
I can't hear.
Am I audible? Right? Hello.
It's
Yes,
not
sir.
that clear.
You can start, sir, so that we will get an idea.
Yeah. So, so in this measurement concept, so we have to the ultimate goal of measurement is to specify clearly observable reference. Observable reference means, see, for example, the government of India has set a target to achieve that IMR, maternal mortality rate, whatever. So there
Not
is
hear his
already.
voice clearly, ma'am. Sorry for interrupting. Still, his voice is not clear.
I can't get anything.
Yes, we are not able to understand.
Yes, ma'am. We are not able to understand.
Yes,
We are
sir.
not
We
able
are
to hear.
not able to.
Yes, ma'am. Same. The voice is not clear.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
so now coming to the
Sir, you can continue, sir.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think now it is. I think now it is better. Please continue.
Okay. So thus the entire measurement process consists of moving from the abstract to whatever the problems or hypotheses we have come through to the concrete, I mean the measure of concept, how to measure it. So the measurement plays a very important role in formulating or uh, in understanding the research hypothesis or research problem to the next level. So now coming to the conceptualization. So the process of formulating and clarifying concepts is called conceptualization. So initial step is to clarify the concept embedded in one's hypothesis with words or examples. So there are many examples which we can like get to know that I mean how this whatever the hypothesis or the problems which we got it. So how to solve it? So we have to link it with the theory or the so in the theory we have different approaches. For example, conceptual framework or the theoretical framework or at the end of the analytical framework. So, and the conceptualization is an ongoing process that may occur prior to any particular empirical investigation and is usually continued through the research as theories and their components concepts are refined and elaborated. So any research problems or any hypothesis, for example, if you take due to the national highway, the socio-economic development has occurred in that area. So if you formulate like in a hypothesis, for example, there is a no relation between the investment on national highway and the socio-economic development. But before before going for any further step to collect the data to understand the things, any researcher will do. So before going there, we have to conceptualize the what is the socioeconomic development indicator. So we have to refine the indicators, how it is related with the development. For example, and that's for the second thing is we have to also understand the investment in the national highway. So in the like over a period of time or maybe in a particular year, so there may be some other reasons involved in that, but we have to conceptualize it very clearly before moving forward to the next step. And the conceptualization of complex concepts such as social capital. In the social capital, for example, like if you take the education here, so how education can be like benefit
Yeah,
to
I'm sorry.
mother women.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is it possible for the speaker to switch on the video because it looking to a disconnected the concept you're talking, so it's becoming a difficult for us to understand. If possible, can you please switch on your video? I'm so sorry for interrupting in between.
Yeah, I have already switched off my video. I think I'm not I won't be visible. I think I'm already switched off my video.
So could you please switch on your video?
I'm requesting to switch on the video. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Actually, if we will switch on the video, then there will be more crack in the voice because it requires more data. That's why I have requested him to switch off the video and then speak. That requires more data so that there was a cracking in the voice.
So measurements. So measurement assumes the possibility of assigning different values or categories to unit of analysis. Hence, we measure concepts that vary, and we refer to as a variable. Coming to the operationalization of the process. So, first the meaning of the concept is clarified, and the concept is constructed as a variable. The process of operationalization of the measurement process begins. The first step of the operationalization is to set up an operational definition. So here, operational definition means whatever we are going to measure, whatever going to uh, understand through the data, through the theory, through the framework, we have to give a proper definition, which is in operational way. So, so conceptual definition that corresponds reasonably good to the concept in question. Whatever questions we frame it in research, so that should be in a proper operational way. An operational definition describes the research operation that will specify the value and category of the variable on each cases. So while creating operational definition, researchers may consider many different empirical representations or indicators. An indicator consists of single observable value measure, such as single questionnaire item in the survey. For example, if like somebody asks any questions to anybody, I mean respondent, what is your education level? So in that context, an indicator consists of a single observable measure, and we can give that a proper operational, like we can recode it, we can code it in different way to understand it. So no two indicators measure a given concept or variable in the same way. It should be very specified between and within each other. So indicator provides imperfect representation of the concept for two reasons. The first reason is indicators often contains error of classification. So we have to classify it very clearly. It should not be over representation, or it should not be over emphasizes and not overriding to each other. Indicators rarely capture all the meaning of the concept. So we have to very clearly define the concept, and then we have to frame the measurements, and then we have to operationalize it. Because of the imperfect correspondence between indicators and concepts, researchers often choose to rely on more than one indicator when operationalizing a concept. For example, operationalizing the concept of religiosity. So there are many ways to understand it. There are many approaches to define it or to rely on it. For example, like if my religious beliefs are really lie behind my whole approach to life. So this is definitely not so, probably not so, possibility not
Excuse me,
so,
ma'am.
and definitely so.
Excuse me, sir. Your voice is not at all clear. We are not able to follow what you are explaining. It is
Ma'am,
breaking
can
very
you
much.
the headset, ma'am? Alibeli, ma'am?
Yeah,
I have a
ma'am.
suggestion.
I'm using headset only, but
Even
still
in
I'm
spelling
using.
subject, you are experiencing this?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm using headset. I'm using my laptop. I have full network connection, but still the voice is breaking badly, and we could not understand what he is speaking.
Exactly, I accept your concern because I too face a similar issue. I just wanted to suggest him, the speaker, I just wanted to suggest him to check his mic settings.
Yeah.
In the
Same,
settings
sir.
tab, he can
Please
check.
show that, because if most of them are experiencing, then it is difficult, sir.
Yes, sir, he can check
Sir,
device settings from the
I am
Teams
also not
menu.
able to follow. Not able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
follow.
Give us 2 minutes time, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Same.
We'll ask them to change
Yeah,
the
sir.
network settings.
I'm also not able to
I'm
get
not
voice.
able to understand.
Yes, yes.
I just
Give us
wanted
2 minutes.
Hello,
We'll,
I guess
yeah,
it is some problem
hello.
with the mic, I guess.
yeah. It looks like something. We'll just give us 2 minutes time, and we'll talk to him.
Please give some time. I'm requesting the speaker to change the device.
exactly, sir. Kindly ask him to check the device settings and
Yeah.
the mic settings also.
Okay, okay. I just checked. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm audible. I just checked it. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please change your device or something, sir. There is a lot of voice breaking, it seems.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, Give me just 1 second. I'll,
Sir, please take your time and change the device, please.
okay,
So
sure.
Also, sir, check the volume. Make it full volume.
Okay, sure.
Request the participants to kindly keep your mic mute.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll let me check it again.
Sir, not a problem, sir. Kindly change the device, and so that once you start it, we want.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Please tell me.
Ma'am, can you please scroll to the previous slide so that we can take a screenshot once?
Actually, sir is changing the device. 2 minutes, ma'am. Later we will share this to you.
I will share the device. I will share the slide. Don't worry. I will share later in the whole PPT.
PPT
Okay,
will be
sir.
shared to participants.
I am also doing the recording. I will share the recording of the full PP.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Continue, sir. Let's.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Am I audible right now?
No, voice sounds a bit better, sir.
1 minute. 1 minute. Just
yeah.
How is it right now? Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, sir. Yes, sir.
My voice is clear?
Yes, sir.
Madam, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, let me begin again. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, no problem. If somebody wants PPT, I will definitely share that PPT. There is no issue. And so now coming to the operationalization part. So for any research hypothesis or any research problems, we need to have these three things very clear. That is the measurement. So any things, any research questions are, it should be measurable. Like whatever the component in that questions, research questions or hypothesis there, it should be measure. We can measure it. So we have to define it very clearly, and then we have to conceptualize it. Whatever the problems are there, how we can conceptualize it in a proper definition way, and then it needs to be in a proper operational way. Whatever the definition concepts we have formulated in a research hypothesis or research questions, it should be properly operationalized. So now coming to the variable, more refined way. So there are see, what is the variable? So variable can be defined in very minutely way, like an image, a perception, or concept that is capable of measurement. Hence, capable of taking on different values is called a variable. In other words, a concept that can be measured is called a variable. So, like one of the scholar, Linzer, who has defined variable, a variable is a property that takes on different values. A variable is something that varies across, varies among each other, and a variable is a symbol to which numerals or values are attached. So we have of variable, explanatory or independent variable, and outcome variables or dependent variables. So what is the independent or explanatory variables, which we also call as predictor variables? So it includes variables purposefully manipulated in an experiment and variables that are not purposefully manipulated but are thought to possibly affect the outcome. That is called the independent variable or covariate or blocking factor and predictor variables. Similarly, we have outcome variables. That is that is defined as an experiment is designed to test the effect of some intervention on one or more measure, which are therefore designed as an outcome variable, which we can say the dependent variable. So these are definition. Definitely, we will more clearly understand in the hands-on session, hands-on practice session. So that is what actually I just want to highlight. What is the things here? So so variables we can also grouped into two set. One is a quantitative variable, that is a discrete variable, or you can say discrete and continuous variables. So what is a discrete variable? So discrete variable cannot be subdivided into parts. For example, like a birth order of women. So like first two, three. So we cannot like give it like any woman have 1.5 birth order, that we cannot. So it should be in a, I mean, in a clear way. We cannot subdivide it into parts. And the continuous variable, for example, there are like heights or width that we can group is a continuous variable. These variables can be scaled in a, and can be count as well. So this it is quantifiable in terms of quantitative analysis. We can use it. And categorical variables normally use it like, for example, nominal variables or ordinal variables. That is like yes or no type questions. For example, yeah, like gender or male or female. That is a that we cannot. I mean, we cannot quantify it, but we can different way we can record it. That is different way, but we cannot quantify it. So totally we have 4 types of variable in any like researcher which they use. For example, continuous variable takes any value, discrete, ordinal. Like in ordinal variable, we give like in order. For example, Likert scale. In a Likert scale, we can group into 5 categories. For example, excellent, like I mean best, okay, I mean moderate, or less and lesser. So we can have these are the like Likert scale which we use in the qualitative and sometimes quantitative analysis. For example, nominal, which is like gender, male or female, that is a nominal. And we have also a level of measurement. So these are can be used in the analysis. For example, variables can be grouped into 4 types of 4 types of level of measurement in terms of nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. So what is a nominal? I mean variables. So in a system, which cases are classified into 2 or more categories on some variables such as gender, race, religion, preferences, etc. That is a nominal. That comes in the nominal variable. In a nominal measurement, numbers, more accurately numerals, are assigned to the categories simply as a label or codes for the researcher's convenience in collecting and analyzing the data. For example, if you go in the fields and if you ask what is your gender, so you can tick it as a male or female rather than like noting down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in a nominal, you can simply give that. In and nominal variables can also be like it should be possess 2 characteristics. They must be exhaustive and mutually exclusive. For example, male, female, or boys and girls, or like it should be mutually exclusive in a nominal variable, which we find it. And in terms of ordinal variables, so in ordinal variable, numbers indicate only the rank order of the cases or some variable. And ordinal measurement allow the researcher to make an accurate judgment about one thing compared to another, even when they cannot make an accurate judgment, absolute judgment. For example, if you have like interest in playing tennis, watching television, reading sociology, so but you cannot make it rank, so you can give the preference here. And but of course, based on your judgment or your interest, you can give order. For example, what you like most out of 3. So where 1 or 2 or 3 represent individuals ranking of the laser activities. So in the realm of social measurement, one can preferably say that with some certitude whether security or chance for advancement is the more important job characteristics, without being able to say how important either characteristics is. So the ability of human observer to make such comparative judgments permit a wide range of reasonably accurate social measurements at the ordinal level. For example, measures of socioeconomic status. So in the ordinal, for example, we can have wealth quintile. So in the wealth quintile, we have 5 categories. So in the like richest, richer, middle, and lower and lowest. So we can give a order that we will definitely practice in the practical session. And the third one is the interval measurement. So interval measurement has the quality of the nominal and ordinal levels, plus the requirement that equal distances or intervals between numbers represents equal distance in the variable being measured. For example, a Fahrenheit temperature scale, the difference between 20 degree Fahrenheit and 30 degrees is the same as the difference between 90 degree Fahrenheit and 100 degree Fahrenheit. 10 degree Fahrenheit difference will be there. So that interval can be there are some variables when we use for analyzing the data or like doing some analysis. So different types of variables will come. So interval variables is one of them. And we can infer not only the 100 degree Fahrenheit is hotter than 90 degree Fahrenheit, but also how much it is. So 10 degree Fahrenheit. So these are the way to measure it as an interval measurement. Though interval measurement system does not have absolute zero, that is it not a fixed but an arbitrary point. So next is one is the ratio measurement. So the ratio measurement includes the feature of other levels plus an absolute 0 points. So in the ratio, we can give a ratio. So with the 0 arbitrary point, the presence of the absolute 0 makes it possible to multiply or divide scale numbers meaningfully and thereby from ratio. For example, we can divide it, and we can also for example give rank, for example 0 to 5 and 6 to 10 we can also give in a ratio. So here you can also clearly understand more accurately. So that is how, like for example, we have 4 sets of variable levels of measurement which we use in the data and which we use in the research. You can see here. So for example, nominal, which can be classified, but we cannot give rank order or equal intervals or non-arbitrary 0. But in ordinal level of measurement, we can give classification as well as the order, rank order. And in the interval, we can give all the three: classification, rank order, and equal intervals. But we cannot give non-arbitrary 0, which can be given in the ratio. So this is how you can understand variables and the level of measurement in the 4 categories. Now coming to the reliability and the validity of research and whatever. So these two things, reliability and abilities, play very important role in the research, because whatever the research has been done, it should be reliable, not only by you, by others, like for example policymakers or researcher or any people who can relying on your research which you have done. And the observation can be consistently made over time and by different people. So reliability is concerned with the question of stability and the consistency. So research and the whatever the research problems and whatever the research questions you have arised, and that, and after like going with the next step, for example, collecting the data and then formulating the research questions and hypothesis, and then coming to the data analysis and methods part, and then writing the report and other things. So it should be stable and consistent with the research steps. And there is a very clear thing that whatever the reliability, if it is not, if it cannot be valid, then it is not reliable. This is a vice versa relationship. And in terms of validity, theoretical or conceptual interpretation of the observation is correct. So we can validate through the theory, through the conceptual framework or theoretical framework. In social science, whatever we do research, that should be countered by the theory or hypothesis or uh, any kind of framework which is already exist. So we have to link with the theory, we have to link with the framework, whatever the study we do. Coming to the hypothesis part. So hypotheses are tentative answer to research questions and are expressed in the form of relationship between independent and dependent variables, which we have just talked about. So an hypothesis is something that seek research answers from the questions. We have to build research question because it can clarify your research. It can precisely give answers what you seek to find it. So the hypothesis is very important in any empirical research. And the hypothesis is accounted for performing the two major functions in the process of research: formulation of deduction, and hypothesis leads to empirical test. So we have different kinds. We have especially two kinds of research hypothesis. For example, uh, null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. So if we reject the null hypothesis, then we can accept the alternative hypothesis. So how to reject? For example, we can formulate a research hypothesis like there is no relationship between women empowerment and nutritional outcomes among women. So, but through the data, through the research process, we can reject this null hypothesis and accept the alternative. No, there is a relationship between the women empowerment and the nutrition outcome of women. And similarly, we can, whatever the research topics or research questions are there, we can formulate such kind of research hypothesis. So research hypothesis stating the existence of empirical uniformities. There are three things which we can add it here. Hypothesis concerned with the complex ideal types. Hypothesis concerned with the relation of analytical variables, and analytical variables which play a very important role with the data, with the variables, with the tools for technique and whatever the techniques we use, the type of analysis, the type of method we use. And in this way, so there are three, four things. For example, clarity. Hypothesis gives the clarity, and empiricism and specificity, relationship with the techniques and theoretical related. Now coming to the research process. So we have in the research process, we have few components like that. These are, for example, we have to formulate research statements, research questions, purpose, and benefits through the theoretical or extensive review of literature, through the problems which in everyday life, I mean, people think about it, how, why, like why there is a climate change. There are different topics which people read every day, and they can formulate such kind of research problems. And then we have to next step, we have to explore theory, whatever the problems we come across. And then there are certain assumptions, there are certain background literature, we have to explore that. Then coming to the next step, the variables and hypotheses, and then operational definitions, which and measurement, which I have just discussed here. And then research design, methodology, and instrumentation and sampling, data analysis, and conclusion and interpretation and recommendation. These are the steps of like proper empirical research. So in this graph, you can see here, so we can divide three phase of any research process. The first phase is I think, yeah, okay. So there are three phases of any empirical research. So in that research, the first phase, like choosing and defining what, how, and why. So for example, if you want to do some research, any researchers, if you are interested doing some on some topics, so they have to explore the topic, they have to explore the research problems, and then come to the research after exploring the research, I mean literature and then theory, and then come to the research objectives, and then build and they definitely frame the research hypothesis. and then what method they can apply. And after methods, then the second process is the second phase is assessing and analyzing the data. So then the next step is to collect the data, like what data will be for that topic. I mean, what data can be used. For example, there are secondary data or the primary data. So then they, based on that, they have to explore that, and then collecting the data, then they have to analyze the data and then interpret the data. And after interpreting the data, then they have to test the hypothesis using some models, using some uh, statistical techniques. So they have to test that hypothesis and draw the conclusions. And after draw conclusions, then they have to present the paper, or like they have to publish, or whatever the last step is. So, so any research is undertaken for three broader purpose. For example, to explore phenomena such as group or setting in order to become familiar with it, to gain insight and understanding about it frequently in order to formulate a more precise research problems for further study, to describe a particular community, group or situation as completely, precisely and accurately as possible, to examine and formally to test the relationship among the variables. So these are basic purpose to do research. And for any research problems, and definitely preparation of the research design is very important and play a very key role in the doing research. So any research design must develop an overall framework of the investigation, because research design is a process of overall plan of research, from starting to the exploring the research problems or hypothesis to the collecting data and analyzing and interpreting and producing that report. So it's a whole process. And then preliminary decision have to be made about what sort of observation are needed to solve the research problems, or provide an accurate test of the hypothesis, appropriate strategy for making the observation, experiment, survey, field research, or use of available data. So these are the sampling which I'm not going to cover because that will take another time. So we'll come to the research methods, which is very important. So usually we have grouped three kind of research method, we can say, and like qualitative and quantitative and mixed method, because now social science researchers are very keen to use the mixed method approach, because that gives a sense of, like, for example, whatever the data are available in the public domain or the second data in the they can quantify the effect in terms of see the association between what the problems or what are the hypotheses they have arise, and that can be also countered with the qualitative research. So the qualitative research especially focuses on the non-numerical data to gain insight into humans' behavior, attitude, experiences, and narrations. So there are narrations, the case studies, or the in-depth interviews, or through the ethnographic or through the group discussion, they can draw some conclusions, because most of the things cannot be drawn in the quantitative. So the narrations also play important role. So mostly nowadays researchers are using the mixed method approach to give more accurate, insightful findings. And mostly I think there are researchers who confuse with the method and methodology. There are very distinct differences between methods and methodology, which I would like to highlight here, because research methods refers to the specific techniques and procedures or tools that researchers use to gather, analyze, and interpret data during the research studies. These methods are the practical steps. Practical steps. For example, research method can include surveys, experiments, interviews, case studies, content analysis, observation, and statistical analysis techniques like regression analysis or any factor analysis. That is called the research methods which we have used. But the research methodology is something different, which is research methodology is a broader and more theoretical framework of any research that outlines the philosophical principles, approaches, strategies guiding a research study. It encompasses the overall strategy or plan for conducting research. and it includes the underlying reasoning behind the choice of specific research methods. So these are the two different things I think researchers need to understand. So in the methodology, there are components like research methodology typically includes elements such as the research design, which is the overall process of research. For example, descriptive or experimental or qualitative and quantitative research. Research philosophy, like what kind of philosophy, like observations or positivism or interpretatism, data collection techniques, data analysis approaches, and ethical concerns. These are the component in the into the research methodology part. And there are different types of research based on the different needs. For example, based on research purpose, we have basic research and applied research. Based on the depth of scope, so explanatory research, descriptive research, and explanatory research. Exploratory, descriptive, and explanatory research. Based on the data, we have qualitative and quantitative research. Types of research based on the type of inference, deductive and inductive research. Types of research based on source of information. For example, primary based research or secondary database research. So there are different types of research which I try to give holistic picture into this slide. So this is a difference between qualitative and quantitative research. So we are not going to because this is very complex. There are some readings which you can. Now coming to the next part, which is hands-on experience of Stata. So before beginning, if somebody have any queries or questions, they can ask, or otherwise at the end of the presentation they can ask. Should I move forward?
Participants, do you have any queries?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will you be sharing this PPT with us in the group?
Definitely, I will say a bit.
Thank you, sir.
I have already told sir that I will also share the recording of this lecture. Please don't worry, sir.
At the end of the session, we'll be sharing you the recording and as well as PPT.
Okay, so now I think I should move forward to the next session, that is the hands-on experience of Stata. So you can see the picture, I mean this graph, where Stata is nowadays very familiar with the researcher, especially social scientists are nowadays using a lot for their research. And you can see here there are many methods, many models can be used used to the Stata software. And for example, survival analysis, they can use time series or SEM, structure equation model, or multivariate methods, and power analysis, Bayesian analysis, non-parametric or parametric analysis, and multiple imputations wise. So there are n number of methods, n number of models can be used through this Stata software because it's now very familiar. And I think most of the people must be having, I think, and if and this can be also downloaded in the cracked version online, and it's very like familiar with the. I mean, it's very good to use this software, and there are a lot of resources available in the net and different sites. So what is Stata actually? So Stata is like the statistical tool for data analysis. That we says. And Stata is a syllabic abbreviation of the word like statistic and data. So whatever the statistical test, statistical model, statistical function we use can be like used through this software. And there is a this Stata is generally purpose statistical software package created in 1985 by Stata Corp Group. And this can be used in different fields. For example, there are different streams in social science, behavioral science, education, epidemiology, finance, business and marketing, medicine, political science, public health, public policy, sociology, economics. So data science, so there are many fields that can be used. This is Stata, and people are now using very widely. So now, so we have, I think probably CMR has shared that some files. So I am going to open that. I will show you how this data functions. So can you see this data? It is open. Hello.
I have shared the data in the WhatsApp group. If anyone wants to access this, I have again shared the data. Bihar state ENFHS 4 data, Excel data is there, book 1 is there.
Okay, I think. So let me open that. I think.
Sir, can we open these datas on mobile only, or we should use laptops?
No. This you cannot use in mobile because this can
So
be
we
used
should
in
towards laptop, sir?
Yeah, you can use
Yes,
it.
sir. Okay, sir.
Do we sorry to interrupt, but do we have any software web version of it? So that I can.
Why do I get the cracked version of data from website?
Yeah, definitely I will share that because you can get a cracked version of Stata software online. But right now, because this software has a licensed version, so that's why I didn't share it with you all, because otherwise you can also download cracked version through the internet.
Do we have any web version of it?
Cracked version, I don't have cracked version, but I think it is available in the online.
We have been shared
web version they are asking. I mean, so
what
web
we should
version.
open, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, we have been shared 3 data actually in Excel. So what we need to open, sir?
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me come to the point.
Sir, it is
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. There is so much voice difference, disturbance. We are not able to hear it clearly. Will you please check out?
Okay. Now you can see the. I have opened the Stata. Okay.
Sir, actually we have been shared, sir, the one which is renamed by Excel data, another one is renamed by book 1, and another one is some Bihar NFHS data, state data. So what should we open, sir?
So now actually I'm going to use the Excel data into the Stata. So how you can import the data in the Stata. So
okay, any Excel data we can open, sir, no?
Yeah, any Excel data, even Excel as CSV file, you can open in the Stata. Okay. So how I will tell you how to open that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So yeah.
Sir, I have a query in this.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. Actually, I need to ask that you have shared the data, right? 3 different files you have shared in the Excel.
Yeah.
But the problem is that to open that Excel, we need to, first of all, we need to have the software in our laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless and until we have the software, because I am working on this data software and I know how to use it. But the main problem is that many of the participants are not using this data software, and for them, they should have this data software first. And then only they need to open the Excel version which you are talking about. Because simply opening the Excel sheet will not gonna work in this case.
Definitely. That's true.
But first of all, it is kindly requested that kindly guide the participants that how to download this data first of all in the laptop, and how to open the Stata software. Then we can go for this analysis part, right?
So yeah, definitely. So actually, as per my understanding, I thought most of them will be having this data, because so the even the like program is for the clearly mentioned that we are like using the data.
No,
Like,
the problems are actually the problem is that many of the participants do not have the paid version, and unpaid version, unless and until we have the cracked version link with us, they will not be able to open this data because data is totally paid one. So if you
yeah.
have the cracked version license, then kindly share it with the to the participants.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Dr.
Okay, yeah.
Abhay Singh? Yeah. Sir, we
Yes,
are
madam.
anyhow going to share a recorded session of the same. This is only to give you a clarity how Stata data has to be used. Anyhow, we are going to share you the recorded session, and also we are going to share you the PPT, wherein if people want to practice it, they can always do that.
Okay, I don't have any problem.
Hope I made it clear, sir.
Okay, sir. It is meant that practically we are not
Yeah.
going to do anything right here.
Yeah.
But we
We are
can
going
do.
to share a session wherein you can practice it after going through it.
Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am. So
Thank you.
it is hoped that no practical sessions or no assignment of such kind of will be given, please.
Fine, ma'am. Fine.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Please proceed.
Same, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So so let me so just I wanted to like give because even within a 1 hour there are many things which we cannot like I mean do that, but definitely like how it function, how we can import export the files, and what are the functions we can use to like the available data. So that actually I'm going to show you. So for example, if you want to import the file, Excel file, so because okay, before going for the import the file, we just wanted to use some snapshot of what is the data and how it functions, and what are the I mean whatever the I mean whatever the what are the whatever the things are available in the data. For example, here you can see the bar. I think you can see the cursor, because here there are like this is a do file. Whatever the commands we write, whatever the command we use, we can save it here. We'll show you in the upcoming. I mean, in a few after sometimes I will show you that. And this is the data editor. This is the data browser, and this is the variable manager. These are the statistics. These are the functions which we can use it. So there are like different kind of like summary and descriptive statistics, frequency tables, and then other tables, and then classical test of hypothesis, for example, t-test or the proportion test, non-parametric test of hypothesis, distribution plot, and these are the function in the summary tables and test, linear model and related regression, linear regressions, regression diagnostic, ANOVA, MANOVA. There are different functions. And then in the binary, which we have logistic regression, definitely we will show you how the logistic regression outcome, what are the results can be interpreted and how we can use it. And then we can also do like odd ratio. We can how to use that, compute the odd ratio. We'll definitely show you some of the like models. I will try to show you. And we can also prepare some graph, because we have different function about the graph. And these are the functions which we can use. And definitely Stata have one of the good thing is whatever like help you need, we can click here. If your internet is open, you can click here and search for anything if you want help, like any command if you want to explore, like, or if you want to know more about this data. Sometimes because Stata works only based on the commands. So like, for example, if you need to know more about, because of course, most of the commands you may not know, you may not be knowing, but you can explore that. You can search it. So now I'm going to show you how to import the Excel data into Stata. So go to the file and then go to import. And here you have different kind of, I mean, different types of software, for example, data software like Excel or CSV file, text file, which you can import like SAS. So I'm going to import the Excel state. So now you will see this import file, and then here you have the browser. You can see here browser. In that browser, you just click here, then you will see the, because I have already saved that two files, so I'm going to open this Excel data work. So this data, click that and open that. And first thing, before opening, you just click that here. There are two small columns you can see here. So you should click that import first row as a variable name. So then you can see here the name of the variable will be here. And then you can see here the data and OK. Click OK. Now you can see that. Now you can see that the Excel data is open in the Stata software. Because Stata software can do very quick analysis. Like if it is 10,000 or 1 lakh variable, 1 lakh observations are there, and maybe 10 lakh observation, it can give a very quick result. Whatever like bivariate analysis or univariate, multivariate, whatever analysis you want, Stata can give a very quick result as compared to the Excel. And you can more refinedly do the analysis in the Stata rather than the Excel. So it is very user friendly. So here you can see that. So here the variable names are there in the label. If you want to edit, because this is based on, I mean, during my postdoc, I use this data. So here, if you want to change that name, okay, if like label, you want to change the label, you want to change the variable, you can do it. How you can do it? You can go to window and click the property, and there you can see here, you will find it. And here lock and unlock. So you unlock it. If you unlock it, then you can change anything. For example, if you want to change the type of residence, maybe here you can find that there are some issues. If you want more like in a proper understanding way of more clarity, you can change here the name of the variable name for your more clear understanding. Like type the place of residence rather than type of residence. Place of in the
You're not able to look your presentation. Are you presenting, sir, or you're speaking only?
No, I am presenting. Is it not visible?
It's visible, sir. It's visible.
Sir, it's not. Why?
Please check properly, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. I'm joining, sir. Okay. Thank you.
In the properties.
Yeah. So
Yes, continue, sir.
yeah. So in the properties, you can, if you want to change the name of the variable or the label of the variable, because for more clarity, for more like understanding, maybe sometimes after like after like 1 month or 2 months, you forget what label is defined, whatever label I have given that. So you can change it in any time. So that is also very feasible in Stata. You can change it here and do it. And for example, and you can also see the what type of variable like string. Sometimes string means that is uh, the the nominal, like for example sex or gender or kind of. And there are two types of variables, string and numericals. So that can, you can see that here, you can use that. And if you want to do, yeah, so I would like to do, if you want to do some analysis from this data, you can do, but I think we will do more analysis from the what data I have saved in the like Bihar name of the Bihar file name. There, from there we will do some analysis and we'll show you the different types of results. So that how that is how like how we can use this export and import file. So if you want to use CSV file, a similar way you can do it. And if you want to save it, you can save it. For example, how you can save it? Go to save as. So data file will be in the DTA format. So that is the basic understanding. Like it will be in the DTA format. So you can give name, any kind of name, primary data, and you can save. You can save that data anytime. So like whenever you want to do something, like you want to give labels, you want to refine it, you can do it. Now what we can show you here. Let me open another data, that is the Bihar data. Yeah, now. Okay. So you can see here the data. So this is a NFHS data. I have segregated Bihar separately because there are like all the states and territories are there in the NFHS data. So I just try to, because otherwise it will be more it will be large scale data and have more, will take more space. So I just try to extract it from the main data. So here you can see uh, for any type of analysis. For example, I will try to see, I will try to use some code. Okay. For example, if you want to see in this, yeah, there is a like here you can see variables, just search bar is there. You can type, for example, whatever like state. There is a variable in that data set, state, name is state. we don't know, because sometimes, for example, in NFSS data, it's a very huge data and have more than 1000 variables. So very difficult to know which variable. So you cannot go one by one. So usually here is a bar, you can search it here, like state. If you want to see where is the state, you can find the state is here. So you click here, and if you want to see tab, so there is a command tab, TAB, tab. Click here, and you will see the state. You will have the result, state, frequency, and this percentage, cumulative percentage. The total sample is 25,000 observations. So total observation 25,437. Similarly, if you want to see other, because this data contains women and child health related variables mostly, and we'll give some example. We'll do some analysis, bivariate, multivariate analysis, and definitely we'll try to interpret it. How to interpret? Using some models, for example, regression analysis, like logistic model as well as the logit model.
Sir, I have a question. May I ask?
Yeah, sure.
By this entry tab V024, the table that is showing, it is showing the number of entries Bihar has, right? That frequency 25,437 is total number of entries, correct?
Yeah, that is the observation. Yeah, sample. That is a total sample.
Since it is a Bihar subset, so 100% entries are with Bihar state. That's why it's 100%, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
But definitely, because if you so if you have many states, okay, for example, like all the states, so then you will have all the states, and then how many samples or particular states have, okay, and then it will be divided, okay, based on the samples, and then cumulative sample percentage will be based on that. For example, I will show you, like if you want to see here, there is a
maybe we can pick district if it has, or number of district we can compare.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to see the districts, so click here, because we have district. I think district variables. Actually, I have removed some of the variable because it is very big data. So actually, I have removed that variable. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to handle it, because there are like those laptop who don't have much like RAM, they cannot open it. So that's why I have removed that. I think most of the variable I have deleted it. So okay, within that state, if you want to see the women's age group, okay, so there are two variable. First variable is the age group in the age group in the 5 years, okay, 5 gap. You can see here, you can type TA or T tab, that is also fine. Okay, TA, you can also type TA and click here. So you can see that, so age in the 5 years. So this is the women's age group. Okay, here you can see that there are 7 categories. In the first category, you have 15 to 19 age group, where frequency is 832. Okay, and in the second, 20 to 24, in the age group 20 to 24, you have 7,000 frequencies, and that contains 29% out of 25,000, right? Out of 100, I mean. So 29% contains the 20 to 24 age group. And this is the cumulative. So cumulative is that is they will just add it and come to the 100. So that is how these different categories are coded as. If you want to see, because here you cannot see the label. because it is already been defined the label. If you want to see the label, so there is a command. Okay, click here, TA V013, comma, and no label. No label. You type no label. Then you will see these are the group. These are 7 groups. You can see here. These 7 groups have been given the corresponding number. Has been given. For example, 1 is denoted the 15 to 49, 15 to 19 age group. 2, 20 to 24, 3, 25 to 29. So this is how, because these numbers you can clearly recode it. If you want to recode it into 3 category, because this is 7 category. Sometimes explaining in the 7 category is very difficult for any result, right? So what we can do, we can group it into 3 categories specially. For example, there is a command recode. Recode which variable you want to decode. Like the same variable V013, and then semi inverted commas. Here you can have, like, based on this number you can recode it. If you want to decode 1 to 2 into 1, so what you can do, 1 plus 2, and you have to assign a new number, give a 1. So that can be into 15 to 49, 15 to 19 age group of women. Okay, and then what you can do, you can group 3 to 4 into 1. So what you can do, 3/4 is equal to, give the new assigned number is a 2, and that you can give the 2 22 29. Right, and then you can do what you can do. You can want to make more category, or you want to do rest. Else as third category. So what you do, you can write else is equal to 3. That is a 30 and above. 30 and above. 30 and above category. Okay, and then comma, and you have to generate new variables. That is a new age, right? Mother age, and then enter it. And you can see here that has been grouped into new variable, that has been recorded as a new variable, and tab, and then new variable name, and see. You can see we have this. It was 7 category. We have tried to group into 3 categories. So that will give, like, you can interpret it very easily. Otherwise, it's very difficult to interpret all the groups. But in the 3 group, because 15 to 19, that is the adolescent age group. 20 to 29, that is a, young young age group, you can say that. And 13 above. So there you can interpret more clearly, and it is like very interesting for the researcher. They used to try to make more clear interpretation, so they try to group into different type of degrees. So what I will do it, what I will do is I will try to do some analysis. Okay. So there are two sets of variable. One is a dependent, another is a independent variable. So first, in this demo class, I will try to show you how this dependent independent variable, what are the dependent and what is the independent variable, what are the independent variable and what is the dependent variable, and we'll use in a regression model. Okay. So I am going to use here antenatal care. Okay, the antenatal care visit of pregnant woman. So I will take that variable. For example, ANC, antenatal. Okay, yeah. So number of antenatal visit during pregnancy. So the variable is M40. So if you want to understand this variable, so tab it and see. Oh, there are like many values are there. For example, no antenatal care visit. So frequency is 7,000. Almost 41% women, they have not visited ANC. So, but in the logistic regression, so that is, so dependent variable should be binary. So, but here you can see here, it is not a binary, it is a continuous variable. You can see here. No, that is no antenatal care visit, that has been assigned as a 0. 1, 2, 3 visit, 3, 4 visit, 9 visit. So there are 30 visits. You have 30 times visits. So, but we cannot use it in the logistic regression model if you are going to impute the odds ratio. So what we have to do is, we have to first see, we had a total 25,000 variable sample. You can see here, right? 25,000, but here in the ANC visit, we have only 16,000 variables. So whatever the dependent variable samples are there, we have to control that analysis. So there are missing values. So how to know the missing values? So you have a command that is a tab M14 and M are missing, whatever you can type is, you will get the missing values. So here you can see the dot. Dot denotes the missing values. So nearly 8,000 are the missing values. Right? 8,000 are missing values. So missing values means either they have not reported, or maybe they don't come in the category of pregnancy. Right? Maybe they had given birth in the last 3 years, 4, 5 years, but they are not pregnant currently. So that is why they have, it is you can group as a missing values. They have grouped as. So, but before going for any further analysis, you have to remove this missing values, right? That is very important. So what you can do it, you can do you have to treat these missing values. Either you can remove it or you can adjust it. So usually, because data is very large, you can, I mean, there will not be any effect of samples, so you can remove it, you can drop it. So what you can do, you have a command drop if V013 double is equal to dot.
Participants, kindly keep your mics mute.
So now you can count that deleted or not. No, it's not deleted. Okay, so what I think I put the wrong variable name. So M14 is there. M14. Drop if M14 double is equal to dot. So then they have removed or they have deleted this. They have deleted this missing values. Now you can count is what is the current sample size. So give the command count. It will give the, so now the total sample is 16,822, which is matching with the your number of ANC digits. Okay. So now we have to group this ANC digit into zero or else. I mean 1, because dependent variable should be categorical, binary, 0 or 1. So you can record it. So and definitely, if you want to know more about this variable, you can have command that summarize. Summarize M14. You will see the descriptive statistics of the variable. For example, what is the observation, what is the mean, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. Putting the command of summarize. And of course, another command is code book. Code book M14. It will give you the what kind of variable, what type of variable, like numeric. You can see the type of is numeric, label, and here now you will not find any missing value, and range is 0 to 1, unique value is 21. So different types of things you can see here, like more clearly, putting the code book command. So now what I will do is I will record it. Okay. So how you can record is you have command is record M14, and then here you can see that no antenatal visit, that is 0. Okay, they have given, because you can also see through no label, because just before you have seen that giving this command no label, so you will find that whatever the number is assigned for particular category. Similarly, you can also do that, but you know that key I mean no undercare is not as a 0, so you can do that 0, or you can see that, because I just want I want category 3 and more ANC digit and less than 3. So we have to group into 2. So what you can do is less than 3. So 0 to 2 is equal to 0. You can give the name label is less than 3 digits. Less than 3 ANC digits. For more clear. Okay. And then you can group as a 3, or what you can do, else is equal to 1. You can give the name 3 and more. And more ANC digit. And now comma generate new variable name, that is a new, any name you can give, and be careful, there should not be any gap while giving the new name. It should be like uh, very, I mean, it should be linked, there should not be any gap, any space. So new n c new nc visit. Okay, now enter. Now you can now tab it and see the new variable has been generated. So you can also scroll it here and see, you will find that a new variable which you have created, you will find it at the last. Here you can see the new ANC. Click here, new ANC, and enter. See, now what you have done is, see, this is the ANC variable, the main variable which you have recoded into 0 and 1. Okay, so here you will see that it was continuous variable, right? But now you have make it in a categorical variable, binary variable 0 and 1. If you want to see the label, click here and comma and lab it. No label, sorry, no label. You will see 0. 0 indicate less than 3 ANC visits, and 1 indicate 3 and more visits. So this is the dependent variable which we created here, right? And we have a multiple set of independent variables. So we can take any one of them. I mean, for example, if you want to see the rural urban, like place of residence, so we have variable place of residence is here you can search it, residence, yeah, type of residence. So variable name is V025. You want to check it, just tab it, see urban and rural. So, and if you want to see what is the label of this, comma, no lab. So 1 denotes the urban and 2 denotes the rural. And similarly, you can find the mother education. So the mother education variable is V0, no, V1, roll it, and you can find it here. V106, highest educational level of mother. You want to see it, you just tab it, just see that. Okay, so this is the frequency of the mother's educational level. So they have already grouped it in the no education. That is 55%, 54% women, almost you can say 55% women are not educated, or they are illiterate, you can say, or maybe less than primary, you can say. And if you want to know the single years of education, you have another variable called, that is a V107 here. So highest year of education, I think that is not for the women. This is because the sample size is less. I think this is for, I think, husbands. Okay, leave it. So here you can see that mother's education's background. So no education, it say that it accounts for 55%, and those women who are educated at higher level only 5% almost. So these are the category of education. Similarly, you can also see the wealth quintile. So wealth quintile variable name is V190. Click here. So wealth index. So wealth index has been grouped into 5: poorest, rich, middle, richer, and richest. So these are the 5 category of this wealth quintiles. If you want to group it, you can also group into 3. You can club poor and poorest into 1. Middle you can keep as it is, and you can group richer and richest as 1. So you can make 3 out of 5, or you can also use 5. That's up to your like feasibility or how you want to use it, right? And then you can also have variable called religion. I will take rural, urban. I will take socioeconomic variables. So you have religion variables. That is a tab V130. So you have many category of religion like Hindu, Muslims, Christians, Sikhs. So there are 7-8 categories. 6, I think 7 categories. So what you can do, you can group, because the other category, Christians, Sikh and Buddhist and Parsi and others, they are very, few in numbers. So that will not make any sense to keep as it is. So we can group it as a Hindu, Muslim, and others. So what you can do, you can record it. Record record the variable name, what variable you want to record, and keep 1 is equal to 1 denote the Hindu. To keep 1 as it is. 2 denote the Muslims community, keep as it is, and else in the else Christians, Sikhs, and other community will come. So you keep as it is, others, and generate new religion. So you can enter, and then you see tab new religion category will come here into 3. Now you can see we have grouped religion, which were 7-8 categories were there, but now we have grouped into 3 categories so that you can easily interpret, because in other there are many communities which do not have much sample size, so definitely it will not make sense. So we can group into 3. Now you can see here there are 3 categories, right? So, and if you want to see another variable is, you can see Hindu account for 83, or you can say 83% of the sample, and Muslim account for the 16%, and others is less than 1%. Yes. And now we have birth order of child. So there is a variable called board. You can see here.
Sir and ma'am, can we conclude the session as it is already the time, 9 o'clock?
Okay.
Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah, Prem sir, how much more time do you think you need, sir?
In 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, definitely. So now, so we have gone through this dependent and independent variables. Now we have a code that is a regression analysis. So we can use it. Yeah, before going for regression, we can also do a bivariate analysis. For example, if you want to see category, wealth quintile wise or education wise, the ANC services, you can see here tab the education level of women, and then the ANC visits. And of course, there is important fact is here, because you have to see in what way, because you can get the percentage in row wise or column wise. So usually we need a row wise. We can also go through both ways. So see here, tab V01 is the education label and new ANC visit variable, that is the, and then or you denote the row, enter it. You can see here result. In the left side you see the level of education, and the right side you can see the less than 3 ANC visit and 3 and more ANC visit. So 3 and more ANC visit, if the women are less educated or they are illiterate, so they have gone only 19%. Okay, if they are educated at higher level, I mean graduate or postgraduate, see the utilization of ANC services is 64%. Okay, increasing the level of education, the ANC services has been also increased. You can see, and if you see the total, the total only 28% women have gone for 3 and more ANC, as compared to 71% for no or less than 3. So similarly, you can also do for other variables. For example, mother's age and wealth quintile or religion, any want to see, you can see that this is a bivariate analysis. You can see, because you have two variables, one is a dependent and an independent variable, which you want to see the relation. So in the age group, you can see here those women who are in the young age group are adolescent 15 to 19, they have gone 31%, I mean ANC visit 3 and more times, as compared to the 30 and above years of age group, which they have only 90%. You can see that. So similarly, we have other set of independent variable, but that's enough. I think we can go ahead to see the multivariate analysis. So in multivariate analysis, we have command logistic. The logistic command use the odds ratio. So here you have, after logistic, you write logistic, then you write dependent variable. What are the dependent variable? ANC visits 3 and more, which we have already categorized 0 and 1 in a category variable, and then you have multiple, I mean sets of independent variable, that is mother age, new religion, and then wealth quintile, then education 06, and then rural urban V025, right? And then you have birth order code. So if you are using any model, if you are doing any probability estimation, then you have to use the weight very important, that is a probability weight. So in probability weight, you use the PW, that is called probability weight, because we have 4 types of weight. I weight, that is a frequency weight, and then probability weight, and then F weight, and there are different types of weights. So PW, that is probability weight, is equal to, we have already just a minute. Yes, sir. Could I conclude? Yeah. But just what? Yeah. So now we have a probability weight, and we have already defined the weight here in the data set. You can see here That is a V005 National Women Sample Weight. And then, so if you enter that, you will get the result. You can see the result here. Right. You can see the result here. And I think, yeah. So in that result, see here, we estimated the odd ratio. Right. And here you can see this is a logistic regression. Number of observation is 16,800, and probability chi-square test significant here. 0 or the goodness of fit of the model. It shows that, and we have you can see here. So odd ratio we can interpret is, for example, this is the mother age. So increasing mother's age have led to, or the probability to use more ANC services, because, and you can see here, you can the p value, that is a here in the wealth quintile. You can see that it comes, it is coming significant, like education and wealth quintiles and birth order, and mother's age has not come out as a significant. Religion is not coming out as significant, but wealth quintile and mother's age, wealth quintile and education and birth order are coming in the significant. We can interpret it as increasing the level of wealth quintile, or because in the regression analysis or bivariate analysis or logistic, they will take either reference category the lower value. So in the lower value, it was in the wealth quintile 1 to 5. We had 5 categories. So 1 automatically it will take the reference category. So we can interpret as a in reference to the poorest quintile of the women who belongs to that category, the richest are going more ANC visit as compared to the lowest category. And we can use at the odd ratio 1.5. You can also convert it in percentage, or you can also say is 1.4 times more likely to use the ANC services, that we can use it. And but if you want, if you have more category of in the independent variables, so we have another command, that is that command is I. So what you can do, in every independent variable, put I dot and then I dot, so I dot. And board. Now putting the I dot, you will have a different result. See here. It is very easy to interpret. For example, see, for example, in religion, so it is automatically taken the Hindu as a reference category. And for, like I'll try to interpret this here. In the wealth quintile, so they have taken poorest as a reference category. So we can interpret it as, in reference to poorest category, poor are 1.5 times more likely to use go for the more than 3 ANC services as compared to the poorest. And when we compare with the richest, they are going 5.7 times more likely for more than 3 times of ANC visit as compared to the poorest category among the women. So similarly, we can also interpret the education, mother's education. You can see here those women who are yes, hello. Okay, okay, sure. Okay. So in reference to the other category, I mean those women who are not educated or they are illiterate, and those women who are educated at the higher level, they are using they are going for 3.5 more times for 3 and more times of ANC visits. So this is how we can interpret it. And I think what we can do is so that is how logistic regression can be interpreted. And we have also put some further readings and references for that. And thank you. I think it's too late because there are some technical glitches. There were some technical glitches, and due to that, I think it took so much time. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and listening.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge. On behalf of School of Economics and Commerce, CMR University, I thank you for your gracious presence, sir, to join us today and to enhance our joy of learning. And I also want to propose vote of thanks. And I'm grateful to express my heartfelt thanks to all those who have actually made this event possible. I would like to start by thanking our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Honorable Management who have always been supportive of our initiatives and encourage us to strive for the excellence. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected Pro Vice, Subbareddy sir, Dean Academics, Suja Bennett ma'am, and all the Registrar Praveen sir, and all the deans and directors of various schools of CMR University. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our Director, School of Economics and Commerce, Dr.B.B. Tiwari sir, for making this event happen. Last but not least, I would like to express my appreciation to our resource person, Dr. Prem Shankar Mishra sir, who has taken time out of his busy schedule and to share his knowledge. Sir, your knowledge has actually added a spark to this event and made it more special, sir. Thank you so much for that. And coming to the participants, I would like to tell you that you kindly ensure that the mic is